Hi guys, welcome back to my series, Non-stereotypical serial killers. Today we're going to talk about a black woman serial killer. Her name is Roberta Elder. She was nicknamed as Mrs. Bluebird. A little side note, when I was doing research about which serial killer I wanted to talk about next, Nanny Dawes came up a lot. And Nanny Dawes is a white woman serial killer who committed her crimes around the same time as Roberta. Her motives and reasons were the same, and their methods were also the same. But Nanny Dawes' case is a lot more known because the media back then covered her case a lot more. And even now, there's YouTube videos and, true crime content about Nanny Dawes' case. But there's little to no information or media coverage about Roberta Elder's case. So we're going to talk about it today. So let's get started. Roberta was born February 5th, 1909 in Georgia. She started her crimes around December 1938. Her first victim was her first husband, who died at the age of 36 under suspicious circumstances. And just 6 months after that, in June 1939, she unalived her 13-year-old son, James. And 2 years later, in 1941, she unalived her grandson. In the next 10 years, she unalived 10 more people. And in the next 10 years, she unalived 10 more people, including 3 of her spouses, several of her children, and several of her grandchildren too. Everyone she unalived was related to her some way, somehow. And the reason for that is because she had a life insurance or life policy on every single one of her victims, and she was the sole beneficiary. It's believed that she unalived 14 people, at least. Her last husband, who was her third husband, was also her last victim. His name was Reverend William Elder. What happened with him was he was a construction worker and he got sick after eating a lunch that consisted of bananas and cheese. Of course, when he got sick, he went back home to his wife. They decided to call the family doctor, who gave him medicine for his stomach. And of course, he told them, if he feels any worse or the same, let me know. And he was called one more time, but by the time he was called, Reverend William was already dying. So the doctor noticed unusual symptoms and he decided not to sign the death certificate and decided to call the county coroner. The coroner became suspicious almost immediately after he saw Reverend Williams's body because his skin was kind of strange. It was reddish and his whole body was emaciated. Plus, in the last 2 years, 2 more people had also died in the exact same household. One of them was Funny Mae, who was 15, and the other one was